Okay, we'll start in about 1 minute. Feel free to shift down into the shade. I see everybody's in the shade, so that's good. Well, welcome to the grand opening of TAC's second 50-meter pool. This is an exciting day for TAC because this project has taken 4 years to come together with COVID and construction issues, so it's really exciting that we're open today. My name is Michael Curran. I'm the founder of TAC. I hope everyone had a chance to have some ice cream or ice cones on the way in with the trucks. They were sponsored by Balfour Beatty. So I want to thank Balfour Beatty for providing those trucks to us. This new pool is part of a $10 million expansion that included a 5,000 square foot atrium off the Spectator Stadium, a 5,000 square foot fitness center for dry land for the swim team, a new 200 space parking lot, a 2,800 square foot building with bathrooms in it, and of course, this 50-meter pool that took over 4 years to build. We are supported in this expansion by Wake County with a $1.25 million grant from the Hotel and Meals Tax, and we're very appreciative of the Greater Raleigh Convention and Business Bureau and Wake County for this support. The TAC Aquatic facility has now grown to over 100,000 square feet, and we have invested $32.5 million to provide aquatic programming for Cary and the Triangle community. This pool here has 9 50-meter lanes, 20 25-yard lanes, and is 7 feet deep. The pool holds 635,000 gallons of water and includes a heating system to keep it warm in the winter, a chiller system, which we got from the Tokyo Olympics to keep it cool in the summer, and a canopy that you see around to protect the coaches and the swimmers from weather, so we plan to use this facility year-round. This pool, combined with TAC's indoor pools, total 55 swim lanes and 1.75 million gallons of water that's under management that provides aquatic health, safety, and competition program for our community. The vision for the nonprofit Triangle Aquatic Center originated 20 years ago when 6 swim parents met at Panera Bread down at Crossroads Plaza to discuss the lack of year-round public aquatic facilities in the Triangle. TAC opened 5 years later on October 28th, and on this October, we celebrate 15 years of service to this great community. TAC receives no tax funding for operations, so it takes thousands of users, corporate sponsors, donors, volunteers to support TAC and keep it financially healthy. We have several special guests here today that support TAC and our mission. First, the TAC Board of Directors. We have Alyssa Wright-Colby, Jeff Hensley, Van Fletcher, Jonah Turner, Robin Curran, Kristen Pake, Jordan Todd, and Charlie Houchin. Next, we have Jack Smith, our representative on the Cary Town Council, and has been on the council serving Cary for 32 years. Thank you very much, Jack. Travis Williams, the Executive Director for the Curran Family Foundation. Rob Wilson, our very helpful construction liaison with the town of Cary. And I can't tell you how helpful he has been in helping us build this. Jeff Leahy with Balfour Beatty. They were the general contractors of this facility and just did an incredible job. you go. Don Baker with Paddock Construction actually physically built this pool and built all of our indoor pools as well over the last 15 years. It's been a great partnership with Paddock. In addition, we have 4 very special guests who'd like to make a few comments. First, Kevin Chignell, Office Relationship Partner with the law firm of Parker Poe. He's the chairman of the TAC Board of Directors. Kevin had 2 children, Connor and Katie, who have been TAC Titans and both swim in college today.
Thanks, Mike. So have you ever met a friend for coffee and you come up with a really good idea? Maybe it's a new business or a new product. Maybe you've identified a problem and you've got a new way to solve it. Many times those ideas die before you even finish that cup of coffee. Sometimes those ideas last a couple of days, sometimes they last a couple of weeks, but sometimes when the idea is good enough and you're passionate enough and you've got enough support and you work hard enough, sometimes those ideas turn into something really, really big. I want to take you back to 2002 when Mike Curran and a group of swim parents met at the Panera Bread at Crossroads, just 2 miles from here. They met to talk about the lack of pools in the Triangle, and they asked themselves the question, is there really anything that we can do to solve that problem? And I'm sure there were a couple people there that thought, are we crazy enough to think that we can actually build a pool in Cary? There's no way we can do that. Desmond Tutu once famously said, there's only one way to eat an elephant, one bite at a time. And of course, what he meant by this is that even the big things in life that feel daunting or overwhelming or intimidating can be accomplished gradually if you break it into steps and take it one little piece at a time. And that's what this group did. They took on this elephant-sized project. 1 meeting turned into 2 meetings, turned into 3 meetings. They took it one step at a time, and they took it one bite at a time. 6 weeks later, in June of 2002, the Triangle Aquatic Center was established as a nonprofit. 1 year later, in August of 2003, they bought this 21-acre piece of property here with a grant and a contribution from the Curran Family Foundation. Then the engineering and the design work began, and in April of 2005, the town of Cary gave the approval for the final site plan. The group raised $17.5 million to build the facility, 1 donor at a time, $1 at a time, and 1 bite at a time. Construction started in July of 2006, but there was no rest for this group. Because of the cost overruns, they immediately had to raise more money as soon as the construction was completed. Indeed, building an aquatic center is an elephant-sized project. But the point is, when you have something like this, you take it one step at a time, 1 hurdle at a time, and 1 bite at a time. You know, Bruce, it's like swimming. You don't start off by swimming the 200 IM. You start off with the 25 free, you learn it 1 skill at a time, and you learn it 1 stroke at a time. You may be wondering, how long does it take and how many bites does it take to eat an elephant? How many days does it take to build an aquatic center? Well, the answer is exactly 2,000. TAC celebrated its grand opening exactly 2,000 days after those parents met for coffee at Panera Bread. That was October of 2007. And during the last 15 years, there have been many bumps in the road. But with the help from committed parents, dedicated employees, and tireless volunteers, many of whom are here today to help celebrate, TAC and the swim community in the Triangle have been able to thrive. With this new pool and all of these great swimmers just waiting to dive in, the future of TAC is brighter than ever, and I'm looking forward to all the progress that we can make in the coming years, taking it, as always, 1 step and 1 bite at a time. That group of parents who met for coffee 20 years ago probably had no idea where that crazy idea was going to take them. So on behalf of the TAC Board of Directors and all of the people in our growing swim community, I want to say thank you to each of them. And I also want to challenge each and every one of you out there to go get a cup of coffee, Go have lunch with a friend and start talking about those great ideas that you have. Not the small ideas, but the big ideas. And when you find yourself with an elephant-sized idea or an elephant-sized problem or an elephant-sized project, just remember, just take it one bite at a time. You will accomplish more than you ever imagined. Thank you.
Our second speaker is the Honorable Mayor Harold Weinbridge. Herald was elected mayor the year TAC opened and has been Cary's mayor for 15 years and has been a long-term supporter of TAC. Herald's been instrumental in developing Cary as one of the best places to live, work, and play in the country.
What a beautiful day, not only for TAC, but for Cary. I am so proud of what you've accomplished here. And on behalf of the 180,000 people that call Cary home, our staff, our council, we want to congratulate TAC on such amazing accomplishment, the eating of the elephant. Awesome. And as you mentioned, 2007 was a special year. Yes, that was when I was elected, but that's not why it was special. It was all about TAC. And we needed a pool in Cary at that time. We were so grateful that TAC opened this pool in this area. And it's been amazing to watch the last 15 years, watch TAC grow, watch TAC adjust and make changes and meet the needs not only of the Cary community, but surrounding communities. And in addition, while they are doing that, they produced Olympians and Paralympians. And in the Tokyo Games, they had 5 people participating, bringing back 7 medals. I believe there were 4 gold, 1 silver, and 2 bronze. That's pretty amazing that it happened right here in Cary. And we're so proud of TAC for not only accomplishing that, but for being a strategic partner to Cary. That is, focusing on programming that's going to help our communities, such as aquatic health, safety, and competition for not only our citizens, but citizens that surround us in other communities. And we're so grateful for the Make a Splash program, which allows financially disadvantaged families the opportunity to receive swim lessons. TAC has accomplished a lot, not only for themselves, but for our community, and some things you might not even know about. They're one of the top aquatic centers in the country, and that's big. And it's big financially for the town of Cary. The swim meets TAC hold probably provides us over $10 million in economic benefits. And with this newest addition, I am sure that this, along with the future expansions, will have TAC continuing to offer so much for our communities. So we're grateful to TAC, we're grateful to Michael and all the others that are involved in bringing this to life, and we're so proud that TAC is here in Cary, and we're so proud that you're our partners. Congratulations, what a fantastic accomplishment. Thank you, Michael.
Our third speaker is Denny Edwards. He's the president and CEO of the Greater Raleigh Visitors and Convention Bureau since 2007. Denny markets events for Wake County that brings in millions of dollars in hotel and meals tax funding, which helps support many facilities like this. Denny?
Well, good afternoon, and thank you, Mike. For those of you that might not know, today is National Swimming Pool Day, so I think it's very appropriate we are here for this grand opening. Not only is the Triangle Aquatic Center an incredible asset for our residents, but TAC continues to make a splash as one of the top aquatic centers in the U.S., which is why they received hospitality tax money of $1.25 million to help pay for the expansion. TAC has set the standard for hosting events And despite the ongoing pandemic, TAC was able to continue to successfully host and conduct swim meets in a safe and manageable fashion the past 2 years while following state and local safety guidelines. Thanks to the ongoing hosting and recruitment efforts of the TAC staff and community partners, TAC continues to host a variety of marquee events each year, bringing in participants and visitors not only from North Carolina, but from across the country. Those events include the North Carolina High School Athletic Association Regional and State Championships, the National Black Heritage Swim Championships, the Special Olympics of North Carolina, the North Carolina Senior Games, USA Swimming Age Group Championships, the Senior Sectionals, and USA Swimming Futures Championship, just to name a few. Annually, TAC hosts more than 45 swim meets and championships on a state, regional, and national level, along with additional programming and local events. These events produce an estimated 12,500 hotel room nights on an annual basis, which generates over $4 million in direct impact on an annual basis. The addition of the new 50-meter outdoor pool will certainly expand the programming and hosting capabilities for the center and will allow the venue to increase capacity for some events and potentially host multiple events at one time, and it will open the door for additional USA Swimming national level events in the future. With the ever-increasing competition nationally for communities vying to host regional and national swim meets, the expansion of the center is crucial to the ongoing recruitment efforts for future competitions. All aspects of the expansion project these past few years, including the additional parking, the fitness center, the atrium, and now the new outdoor pool, show strong commitment of the Triangle Aquatic Center to serve as a sports destination venue for the community and stakeholders. I want to give special thanks to Mike Curran, Mark Frank, and all the staff and volunteers for all you do to continue to help drive tourism to Wake County. And again, Mike, congratulations on the opening of this awesome venue. Thank you.
And our final speaker is Coach Bruce Marshando. Bruce has been coach of the TAC Titan swim team since 2016. Bruce has been responsible, along with his coaching staff, parent volunteers, and TAC staff, for growing the TAC Titan swim team to be the #1 swim team in the country for now 2 years in a row, from over 3,800 registered swim teams across the country. Bruce?
Michael, I have one question. How did you know that this pool was 7 feet deep? Okay. I did see one sign. What a fantastic day, right? I know I and all of the coaches have been dreaming about this day for over 3 years. And yes, there's no doubt that this facility is going to help the Triangle Aquatic Center reach one of its most important goals, and that is to drown-proof the Triangle area. But this facility is going to change lives. Let me say that again. This facility is going to change lives. Now, I know you're standing over there, sitting over here, and you're going, and you're thinking to yourself, and you're asking yourself, how is a pool going to change lives? Well, this pool is going to allow children to dream. It's going to allow children to dream. And I'll give you a perfect example that occurred just 2 days ago. Our coaching staff was out here, and we were doing swim team evaluations. And that's for any new swimmer to the program, swimmers that grown up going summer league and now maybe want to do some year-round swimming, and we were evaluating them. And I had the privilege of evaluating Emily. And Emily was a 9-year-old girl. And she looked at me and said, "Is this where Claire Cruzan trains? Is this where Claire Cruzan swims?" And I said, "Yes, it is." She goes, "When I get older, I want to go to the Olympics just like her." And I said, "Emily, you keep dreaming big, because I know when children with big dreams grow into big people, those big people have big missions for life." So I can't thank Mike Curran and the Curran Foundation for their vision, the town of Cary for their support to make all of this happen, because we will change lives by children being able to dream. Thank you.
So, as you can hear, TAC is committed to making Cary and the Triangle region known as the best swimming community in the entire country. TAC is also committed to saving lives of our children by providing over 13,000 swim lessons with our free Make a Splash program and Learn to Swim programs each year. TAC is committed to improving the health and the vitality of the Triangle by offering dry land and aquatic fitness programs. And finally, TAC is committed to improving the economic health and prosperity of our community without being a tax burden on its citizens. Thank you to everyone who has supported TAC's mission in the past, and thank you in advance to everyone who will continue to help TAC grow in the future to meet the growing aquatic needs of this wonderful community. Now we get to see the fruits of all this effort with a splash into the new pool with over 100 swimmers ages 8 to 18. Thank you, everybody, special guests, speakers, for attending today. Thank you.
As the groups get ready to get our first splash here, we have the national team, looks like down in the right corner, which is a 15 and older group. We have tag 3, which I see right in front of me, which is a 9 and 10 group. And we have platinum, which is a group of mostly 13 and 14, and there's a few 12-year-olds. So as soon as they're ready, we'll give you the signal, and we could start the first splash as you go into a little practice warm-up. We don't have backstroke flags, coaches. Don't want anybody to get a concussion. So no backstroke until we get those up. So coaches, as soon as you have your groups ready, we could step up. I know it'll take just a few minutes to get organized because you all wanted to come out and just listen to all the speeches. Claire Donahue, you could start us off if you're ready. Looks like we got to put some caps and goggles on. Coach Blake, tag 3 ready? You need a minute? And Platinum's already going. Feel free to carry on with your workout.